Countries that were involved with the TPP and their respective governments did not disclose any information about the deal to the public because they were worried their leverage in the negotiations would be compromised. Yet, in the United States, more than 500 representatives from corporations had access to the full text of the agreement. Is there any cause of concern based on this discrepancy?
Yes, so I'd say yes, there's a lot of cause for concern. So the only way that members of Congress were able to view this document was they have to go into this special secured room, and they can take no electronic devices, no computers, no phones. They can't walk out with any notes. They can't take any notes in this agreement. They can go in there and they can read about the agreement, but they cannot come out to the public and actually talk about any specifics in this agreement. And the press could not see it, the public could not see it, and I think this speaks loads about who this agreement is actually going to benefit if they are so scared that if anyone other than corporations or corporate representatives can read it.
I definitely agree, because I feel like if the public is not allowed to know, like at all, then there should be some cause for concern, because what could they be hiding from us, the public? I'm pretty sure it took WikiLeaks to leak the information to actually get it out to the public, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. When you give corporations this power to know like everything that's going on, but you don't give your own citizens who will, you know, we might lose our jobs. Well, not we, but the American people might actually lose jobs because of this agreement, and they can't actually see what's on the document for themselves.
Yes, I agree fully with that.
The relationship of a corporation and a consumer is that a corporation sells some sort of product to a consumer, and the consumer spends much more than what the product cost and gives it to the corporation. So a corporation does not necessarily represent the safety or the welfare or the true interests of the consumer. So the fact that 500 corporations had a huge say in this agreement and the people of the United States had less of a say in the agreement is kind of scary.
Yeah, going back to when, like, just the sheer security placed on this document, especially the information that he said about how difficult it was for a congressman to get access to such an agreement, and the ease at which these heads of these corporations are able to gain access to the document is just pretty astounding. The comparison or the contrast between the two, seeing that our representative, the people, the fundamental value of this country is that the people. Well, maybe I'm going too far with that, but the fact that the representatives who represent the people of this country and who represent their views and what they want and what the people want in general, and the people and the representatives who are going to decide whether to make this actual legislature are not allowed easier access than corporate heads who are simply looking for to make money, to make profit at the expense of their workers.
People.
Yeah, American people, their workers. Just their primary goal being that they want to make the highest profit possible. Is just.
There's
absurd.
definitely a threat that monopolies could arise from this if you give 500 companies or representatives from corporations access to the document beforehand. They could be a major concern for corporation control over more influence in politics in the world per se. Like, I don't think corporations should have as much of power in politics as this or the TPP seems to be giving them.
Yeah, and that's kind of like
our last opinion.
And that's the whole problem lies in exactly how it was created. Like, because of the fast track, this is all like let happen because of this how it was negotiated, which means like it was approved officially by these 12 countries, United States, Canada, and many Asian countries, on February 4th, but the Congress is going to vote on it. But the thing is that Congress was not able to have any negotiation in the making of it. All they're going to be able to do is say yes or no. So that's what's going to come down to, and there's bipartisan support against it and for it. So it's going to be interesting to see when they vote on it.